Hi, everyone, and welcome to our dispatch track and podium from click to doorstep, winning the holiday rush with podium and dispatch track. Let me make sure that my screen is sharing here. Can everyone see my screen here?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, we are great. Great. Okay. I think we are good to go. Okay, my name is Melissa Monroe. I am the marketing manager here at Podium. And then we have Arvind Duhan here as well. He is the product manager at Dispatch Track. And we're going to be talking about how to win the holiday rush with both of our systems as your go-to system for this holiday season. Arvind, I'll go ahead. Actually, we have a poll. Let's go ahead and Aisha, if you could launch that poll. We have a poll to ask you. What is your biggest challenge during your holiday rush? Is it handling that marketing volume? Is it responding to a customer inquiry fast enough? Is it scheduling and doing your delivery coordination? Or is it managing those returns or rescheduling things? So everyone, let's go ahead and have you vote on what is your biggest challenge during this holiday rush? Also, I just can't believe while we have everyone voting here, I just can't believe that we're already in the holidays. Like in my brain, I'm still in June. So that is big for me. I can't believe we're already here. Okay, let's see here. Looks like responding to customer inquiries fast enough. That is where most of our audience has been struggling. So that is good to know. Okay, let's go ahead and turn the time over to dispatch track here and talk about what they found for how to prepare for the holiday rush.
Sure. Thanks, Melissa. So, as we know, the holiday season is usually make or break for customer experience. Shoppers expect really fast responses, like super easy engagement around their deliveries, and a flawless delivery experience. Yet, most businesses struggle to connect the dots between all the pre sales marketing, last mile execution, and a host of other things because of this ramp up during the holidays. So, before we deep dive, let's take a look at why Dispatch Track is uniquely positioned and has a unique vantage point to handle all the delivery surges during the holidays. So Dispatch Track is built as a multi-tenant SaaS platform, which means all our customers across industries, from food service distribution to building materials to furniture and appliances, they run on a single unified architecture. Every delivery, every route, every message, and every customer interaction flows through the same cloud infrastructure and data model. So this is what gives us a unique vantage point. Because we serve these thousands of fleets globally on one connected platform, we actually have the privilege of seeing aggregated activity across the entire last mile ecosystem. Millions of deliveries, millions of messages, millions of service events each month. This data doesn't just show up what's happening with what customer, it gives us indicative metrics across the industry. We can see when the order volumes spike, when customer communications peak, and how patterns shift across these holiday seasons and when the market demand surges. So when we talk about what's coming this holiday season, we're not just speaking from an isolated anecdotes. We're sharing insights drawn from the collective scale of the dispatch track delivery graph, as you see in the slide where we collect all the data across different touch points. It's more or less like a living picture of the last mile in motion. All right. So to give you a sense of scale, let's take a look at what the numbers across orders, routes, messages, emails, and calls across all the dispatch track instances in the early start of the holiday season, like early November, mid-November, when the holiday activity ramps up before it reaches the peak end of November and mid-December. In the single month, dispatch track almost services around $3 million orders and around 220,000 routes. This, along with almost 3 million messages and calls, shows the scale at which we operate. These numbers highlight the scale of real world delivery operations running through our platform every single day. When we are powering millions of deliveries each month, you see the true pulse of the industry. So as you see, now we're trying to compare how big the ramp up is from this baseline when we go to the peak holiday season. Every year, the last mile landscape kind of transforms between November and December, and the data on the screen tells you that story. From around 3 million orders to the peak season, we jump almost to double, around 5.1 million orders on the Dispatch Track platform. And you can see a similar transition across the routes, across messages, across emails and calls that we place to the customer service. What this tells us is that the systems and teams that perform smoothly all year are under severe stress suddenly. This is where right planning, automation, and visibility tools make the difference between smooth operations and costly chaos. That's exactly what Dispatch Track and Podium help to handle together, scale up without missing a beat. Now I'll hand it over to Melissa to walk us through what Podium sees around the same time.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so interesting. Podium actually, we do a survey every year. We just ran this. This came out in September. We asked 830 consumers. So what we do is we do a buying behavior survey where we ask a lot of questions about buying behaviors to people that would be your type of customer. We get a pretty good sample data, sample size. We have over 830 people who responded to this. We get a mix of male and female. And then this year, I made sure to ask that the consumers made a good amount of money, meaning that they're in the income brackets that you are going to be wanting to service, right? And that their age range also um, was a spot that they also, they're owning those homes, they're owning the delivery, the people that need deliveries, right? So we asked a whole bunch of questions like, when are you going to buy? What are you going to buy? Why are you going to buy? What's affecting your buying behaviors? So I'm going to run through some of those so that you guys can see what we find during the holiday season here at Podium. So what we found, 77% of consumers are planning to start their holiday shopping October to December. So kind of going through kind of what Dispatch Track showed of, there is that a lot more volume that's going on. You're going to see a lot more volume in your stores in October, in November, and into December. Black Friday clearly is like that launch pad for that holiday shopping. But you're going to see a lot of people are shopping I would actually say a little bit earlier. You might see that this year. This before October is a little higher than it has been in the past from what I've seen. I just think people are being pretty strategic about their purchasing right now. Um, People really care about percentages off. So we asked the question, do you want like a buy one, get one? Do you want free gifts? Do you want like extra loyalty points if you're part of their loyalty program? Like, what would you want as a consumer who's buying for Black Friday? And overwhelmingly, we find that what is consistently brought up is that they would love percentages off. They kind of want that direct to the point. Give me that percentage and let me know how much it is and how much off it is. Don't do like the free gift. Don't do a bundled service. What am I getting off on this thing that I'm buying? We asked, how much are you planning to spend per person during the holiday season? And we found that $1,000 is about the right mark that people are planning to spend. That is such a good number to know for you as a retailer, because you're gonna have that's a great number for those larger ticket purchases, right? Like that's where you're at as a retailer. So great question to know. And then the other question we said is like, well, what's on your wish list? Like, what do you want to spend your money on this year? And so respondents could select multiple items. So this isn't going to equal to 100%, but they could select multiple options. And what we found overwhelmingly that people want home goods, they want furniture, they want mattresses. That is going to be big on a lot of people's wish list. So all of the data is showing some really good signs that it's going to be a great holiday season for you. Now, there are some bad signs, which we'll talk about as well, um, but more about like interest rates and whatnot, and we'll get to that in just a little bit. But let's talk about, what are you seeing, and how you, if you're as a Dispatch Track person, how are you preparing for this busy season?
Thank you, Melissa. For the busy season, I guess the best delivery days start at the warehouse itself. Every successful route begins with an accurate loading and order verification. If a product leaves the dock incorrectly, that small error ripples across the entire day. Missed ETAs, wasted driven miles, and unhappy customers at the end. What we have seen from top performers in a disciplined start of the day, we see a discipline of planning itself right there at the warehouse. So using Dispatch Track, our partners verify every order before it leaves the dock. Confirm that the truck is fully optimized, where the item which is loaded on a particular truck is confirmed as well. Make sure that the driver has clear, error-free guidance and instructions to go ahead with a particular item. So moving ahead, so once these trucks roll out using our dispatch track system, execution in the day itself determines the day's success. That means giving drivers simple, clear on-site checklist. What needs to be installed, what needs to be taken a picture of, where does the driver need to sign as proof of delivery or a proof of service, so that they can deliver a consistent professional experience at every stop. So basically, we're taking care of any confusion, and there is no room left for guesswork. So we deliver a smoother, more professional customer experience while we are on the roll. Melissa, could you move to the next slide, please?
Mhm.
Thank you. So as we see, the surge is almost double of what we usually service. And behind the scenes, AI at Dispatch Track helps take that pressure off your team as well. Dispatch Track has AI-powered communication tools, which take care of customer calls, updates, and even scheduling and rescheduling requests. This overall kind of deflects 80% of the inbound calls and frees staff to focus on execution instead of manning certain posts for routine outreach. So, Dispatch Track's flagship DT agent, an AI-powered state-of-the-art delivery management agent, it answers all the where is my order calls and questions from customers, and has the ability to automatically schedule and reschedule orders based on customer preferences. And that's a very huge burden taken off of the scheduling or the customer support or the sales team. On similar lines, Dispatch Track also offers a cutting-edge driver AI feature. It's a market-first voice assistant for drivers to navigate the complex challenges of where a parking is, what is the gate code access, is there an elevator presence, or any specific delivery instructions that need to make that stop more efficient, and ultimately provides a great experience to the end customers, even during this large surge during the holiday season. This combination, the strong field guidance and the automation intelligence through AI, ensures that the customer experience remains exceptional even under this supreme peak volume that we see during the holidays. Next slide, please. All right, so before we go into further discussions, we'll launch a poll question. We want to get a pulse check on what do you typically launch your Black Friday promotions? Is it before Halloween, early November, mid-November, or Thanksgiving week?
Arvid, just going back to that AI stuff while people are talking, I just hope that our retailers here are taking advantage of AI. I mean, I was just thinking of what the unlock that could be for them. I'll go back actually to manage that rescheduling without human interaction. Do you know how many things in my life I reschedule? So many. So I'm really like just in awe of what your AI and where you can leverage it. So I just wanted to talk about that. Okay, our poll that looks like most people launch their Black Friday promotions early November who are on this call. That is great. That is good to know because so many people think it's like right before that you should be doing it. And I would actually push, and we'll go through a little bit today on when maybe that timing should happen. So let's talk about how you can win more shoppings with your strategic messaging and what that promotional messaging should look like. So again, this is going through kind of that data survey that we've gone through already, kind of adding in a couple of more insights of what we found of how when customers want to hear about you, how many times they want to have those communications sent. And then like which channel they want to hear from you from. So we'll kind of talk about like, there's a lot of marketing communications that you can do as a retailer, but really like where should you start? And here's what we found out from our survey. So the top two ways that consumers prefer to hear about holiday sales and promotions is through text messaging and emails. So that is your top two channels. I hope that you're looking at and leveraging when you're doing your holiday promotions. At minimum, so we asked, how often do you want to be reached out to by a retailer, a local business? And at minimum, they said once a month at minimum. And then, once a week is also a-okay. So you're not bugging them, reaching out to them more than once as a retailer. You can reach out to them at least once a week, especially during the holidays if you would like. Maybe that's going to go. And then what we also found, when we're talking about holiday promotional messages, um, what we found is that holiday promotional messages, they actually prompt purchase for nearly 90% of consumers. So you know that if you can promote, send out a holiday promotional message, that 90% of that is going to be stuff that comes back to you. That's more money that's going to come into your pocket. So that's going to be huge that, only one out of 10 people actually ignore the deals. 90% of those people are going to take advantage of those deals. So let's make sure that you, as a business owner, are top of mind. Then again, and back to kind of what we talked about before with the discounts off, again, shoppers are overwhelmingly favoring that straightforward savings. So they are expecting aggressive, clear offers, especially on those high ticket items. They really care about those percentage off discounts. So really hope that you are leveraging some of this data so that make sure that that's top of mind for your customers. So what we found here at Podium is that texting actually is one of the best ways that you can get in contact with your audience and with new audience. So it has a 98% of an average open rate. Most texts are opened within 95% of the time within 3 minutes. And then on top of that, you have a 10x coupon redemption rate through a text message than any other type of coupon. I mean, how many people get mail in the mail and you have these coupons and you forget them at home on your counter or in that special place or in your purse or whatever. The great thing about a coupon that's sent through a text message is it's just right there, right? Like it's right on that phone. It's with you at all times. It's going to be able to be redeemed right through your phone right then and there. So we found that text message marketing is one of the top performing marketing channels that you really can do as a small business owner. So here at Podium, we actually work with 150,000 different businesses, many of which send marketing messages all the time to their customers. So what I did is actually sifted through what's actually working and why. So when you send a message, let's talk about these are some key messages, and I want to tell you why I think they have such a high click-through rate and why they have people who click the link. First, very direct Black Friday sale. Second, they are driving urgency here. So they said there's only 2 days left to take advantage of the sale. Visit their website. They have a very clear call to action and they have a very clear end date. So they're driving a lot of urgency in this text. It's also very short, it's to the point. That's going to be huge when you are doing some text message marketing. Another one, I love this one because again, you're seeing that hurry, you're seeing that limited stock, you're seeing this like, okay, we really need to drive urgency. But what they've done is they've taken one of their top performing, one of their top performing inventory and talked, hey, this is a customer's fave and it's running low. Grab it before it's gone, insert the link, and that link will probably take them to their website page or to something else where they can then really, really start leveraging some of that. Here's another one. High contact. Here's an exclusive SMS offers. Also, here's a link. Sign up and get 10% off your purchase. Why this one's so good, anytime you can put in your contact, when what that means is you're actually putting in their first name. So, hi, Melissa. Man, how warm and fuzzy is that to get that like name in that text message? Hey, Melissa, here's an exclusive offer just for you. And then having that call to action, use the link and get that 10% off. Again, using that percentage off discount is huge. This one I really love, and this is where I feel like Dispatch Track also would love too, because this one not only have they given you that warm and fuzzy about the contact about your with your name, but here they've talked about all of their inventory, probably their top inventory that does really well within their customer base. And then they say first come, first serve, so driving urgency. But then they tell you what they offer: free delivery, special financing, and then the call to action to reply. So, making sure that not only are you staying top of mind for your customers, but you're also telling them why you're so great as a small business, right? How these amazing brands that you carry, that free delivery that you do, that special financing, all are really, really amazing ways that you could stay not only top of mind but be unique for your customers. So, and just wanted to talk about this: highlight financing and delivery speed whenever you can. If that didn't come through, we kind of talked about these tips and tricks. Straight to the point, short and sweet. Drive action. Make sure you include the details. I didn't drive on this, but please make sure what, when, and where is all. You'd be surprised how many people will send out a message and then forget to put their store name. Please don't do that. Make sure you're putting your store name into your messages. And here's how Podium can help you. So we have promotions, that really work. So you can instantly alert those customers. We actually also leverage AI efficiency, so you can use AI to like draft and personalize all the messages that you send out. And then a lot of retailers are nervous because if they send out a mass amount of messages, they're going to get all those messages back, and that is also stressful for them. But the great thing is we actually have an AI marketer who can help manage those responses, and then that just can save you a lot of time and make you stay consistent and respond to those people who are responding to your messages. And this kind of way also builds loyalty. So we actually in our system allow you to automate a lot of this, so that you can just automate a series of loyalty texts that keep you top of mind. Um, so here's my question: have you leveraged your current audience yet? So if you haven't already started sending out some messages for the holidays, we kind of pulled this earlier. So a lot of you said early November. I'm actually going to talk about maybe you could start doing some stuff today that could leverage your current audience. Here's what you can do. So here's some marketing ideas. This is my job all day, is to think about marketing. Here's some actions that you as a store owner today can do to stay top of mind. So you can do a Black Friday sneak peek. You can send a teaser email or text message about what Black Friday deals you're going to have. I love this one, this segmented hype campaigns. Use your past purchase data. Use what have your customers already bought and what would be a good add on. And then segment that out and message those customers, hey, here's a great add on for whatever you're selling. So, if that's like a matching furniture piece, if you're selling mattresses and you want to sell some bedding and some more pillows, whether that's, someone who built a house 10 years ago and probably needs to replace their beds, or who are looking for a new guest bedroom set. Start using some of that data that you already have to your benefit, and then leverage that to your current audience. This early access sign up. So you can create a simple landing page that you can give early access to some of your customers. And this one, I believe everyone should do today. Let's send everyone a warm, welcoming message. So, what you can do, this is a non marketing message. So, what I mean by that is there's marketing messages and there's non marketing messages. Really, what it is you have a list that people have opted in to say, I want to hear all of your promotions. And then you have a list that you've used that is just all of your customer base. So you can send non-marketing messages to all of your customer base. So if you want, you could send a message today wishing people happy holidays. That might be too early, but you might want to say, hey, we're getting ahead of the holiday rush. Here's actually our store hours for this holiday time. Click this link to learn more. And then in that link, you can ask them to join your opt in list. From there, then you can start sending even more marketing messages to your people. So build your list up, show them the segmented campaigns, give them early access, give them sneak peeks. This is stuff that you can start today to really start driving traffic right now on the holiday season. We do offer one-time add-ons for bulk messages. So if you want to up some of those bulk messages that you're sending out, they're seasonal, they're one time, so you don't have to like upgrade your plan or anything. You can just do it with a one-time add-on, which is awesome. And at the end, you're just going to win more shoppers when you have that strategic messaging. So make sure you're determining your offers and your discounts. Determine those channels and that frequency of communication. We kind of went through all the data behind that. And then just start planning and mapping out what those promotional activities are. So sending out that mass text message to your current audience so that you can start being top of mind right now as they're gearing up for Black Friday, gearing up for the holiday season. That's just something you want to do, just to tell everyone, oh yeah, this person still exists in this community, and maybe we want to buy from them this holiday season. I think that's just gonna be so helpful for everyone. Okay, I have talked long enough. Let's open this up to some Q&A for both me and Dispatch Track here. Let's see here. Mm-hmm. Questions. Okay, I'm not seeing too many questions here. Right now, let's see. We'll give everyone just a few more minutes to see what other questions they might have. Oh, here's one. Do you see this coming holiday season to be good so far? Let's see. I have started seeing this. So just, I talk to retailers every day. We actually, I was on the phone with someone yesterday actually, and she said, yeah, they're already up on the month. Um, and they had a really solid Labor Day. And so they're really excited to kind of leverage some of this data to see what else they could start driving right now that maybe makes the holiday season, if people are going to buy earlier, if it can maybe like front load a lot of that. So from our data, we're totally seeing already a little bit of a spike in a lot of retailers' lives right now. A lot of people coming into their stores, all of that. What about for you guys, Arvind? Oh, I can't hear you, but maybe that's just me.
Sorry, I was muted. So I think the trend on our side is also similar. We have started seeing the surge in the bulk orders whenever we approach the holiday season. Even many early buys from the Black Friday deals or some early discounts that start falling in, maybe through retailer marketing and a bunch of other channels. It definitely drives up the order volume. It becomes more complex about the things that you also talked about during those purchases. These many retail businesses offer what type of delivery, free delivery, or you can get it early as this. So there is also an element that goes into understanding the capacity and being able to service those orders ahead of time. And we see that at Dispatch Track here as well.
That's awesome. That's great. Okay, another question that I'm seeing in the chat here is, okay, is there a specific time or day that we should be sending holiday promotions? So there is actually, we have data that have shown that make sure that you're sending these promotional messages during business hours. Like 9 to 5 is a great time. We find that Thursdays and Fridays are actually great times to send these. Reason being, I think, is, if you think about human behavior, you have people are really in the work mindset Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then they're ready to start shopping Thursday, Friday, Saturday, right? Like they're planning their weekends, they're planning how are they going to get some of this done. So really sending those promotional messages like during business hours, and then Thursdays and Fridays, you're going to see a little bit more of an uptick of responses and an uptick overall. And then just plan on having a great weekend. That's what I would say. Like you're gonna have people flood to your store. So that is great. Um, Yeah, that's what we found on our side. Okay, it looks like there's another question here. Is there an integration between Podium and Dispatch Track? The answer is yes. And it's a pretty good one. I'm actually going to have Arvind, though, talk about it a little bit more because I am not as technical as he is. And I feel like he has a better insight of talking to that integration.
Definitely. So we at Dispatch Track, we have a really strong integration with Podium. The goal is we want to unify the communication channel that if you're using both Podium and Dispatch Track, you shouldn't be reaching out to your end customers using different channels. So the integration that we have supports all the end customer communication through a unified single channel so that you do not have two different channels to worry about. If it's a delivery question, it shouldn't go to a different phone number or a text message. Similarly, if it's a pre-purchase or purchase question or a promotional question, it shouldn't go to a different one. So that unified communication helps you manage the pre-sales, sales, and even post-sales, including the delivery pieces, all stitched together into one unified channel.
Love that. Yeah. And honestly, our retailers who both have Dispatch Track and Podium have seen so much success just within that customer journey, right? So having that unified communication channel just makes it so you're not texting four different numbers. I mean, I that's so frustrating from a customer standpoint. And so having that one unified channel for someone to, talk through their purchase, to pay for their purchase, to then get their purchase delivered, that's huge. It's an unlock for a lot of our customers, and they're so grateful that we do have such a great integration. So yeah, it's a great thing. Okay, we have looks like one more question. What are the trends on returns and scheduling for these promotional buys during the holiday season? So for me, I actually don't have a ton of data on that from our survey, but I feel like maybe you guys have a little bit more data of like how many returns are you seeing during the holiday season?
Yeah, definitely. So we also see an uptake in the returns, but the bigger part of the problem is getting all these promotional buys scheduled maybe to the earliest or at the right time. The holiday season not just about buying the right things at the best possible price offered, it's also about availability for these deliveries. What kind of delivery do you want? Do you want a doorstep or do you want a particular install? All of this has an impact on your operational efficiency when it comes to the last mile delivery. Things like request to reschedule an order at such a peak volume can literally weigh down on your support teams who are manning the post to schedule something. And that's where dispatch track solutions like the DT agent comes in, where you don't have to worry about manually scheduling or rescheduling something, or if there is a return or there is a scheduling problem.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and I think that goes back to, why do you want to start doing some promotions and whatnot right now, right? Because that's going to be a trickle effect into your delivery schedules, into all of that. So if you can maybe front load some of these sales and some of this stuff, you're going to have a different type of delivery experience and return schedules, etc. So that is great. Okay, another question we have is what kind of stores do you see having the most impact during the holiday? What do you think? What kind of stores do you see having the most impact? I think I'm a little confused on this question.
I believe it's about uh, like is it the retail store or the warehouse, like direct delivery from the warehouse? I'll take that perspective into picture, and if you have something to add on, you can add
Yeah,
on.
that'd be great.
Yeah, so we definitely see a lot of uptake in like the customer facing retail stores. But as you know, like some of these big and bulky items, the inventory in the retail stores is primarily comparatively lesser to kind of service the peak volume that is driven during the holiday season. So some of the retail businesses and stores, they start also servicing from the warehouse itself.
Hmm.
We see that uptake as where the deliveries normally would start, but now there is a uh, new starting point for the deliveries when the peak volume jumps up.
That's interesting. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, I think that is our last question, which is great. Um, Okay. Well, contact us if you guys have any questions. That is Dispatch Shark's email. It's Podium's email. You can absolutely uh, contact us if you guys have any questions that we've gone through today. Today it should have been recorded, I believe, and so that means that if you have any questions or anything, you can email us or rewatch it or however it works. Please share this with your other retailers. We love helping retailers. We love making sure that people are taken care of and have all of the good information. So share this with your team, share this with your neighbors, share this with like the people that you really, really want to help them be better business owners.